Well, you're in a unique perspective because you wrestled the UFC and you won your NCAA championship at Carver-Hawkeye Arena in 2001, last time they had it there. The national duels were there. You wrestled dual meets. So what's
Yep.
tougher, someone locking the cage on the UFC or wrestling in Carver?
Oh my gosh, Carver-Hawkeye Arena, man, it's something else. I mean, it's like when when Iowa gets a just like a push out, they scream and yell and holler. I mean, the whole arena just goes nuts, and you just feel the electricity in the crowd when you wrestle in Carver-Hawkeye. Um, so I made it a point, man. I made it a point to, like, if he pushes me out, I hustle back in the middle. I beat him to the middle, you know. Um, if I'm in a position to score, I make sure I hustle to get the score. I don't just kind of lollygag around. I make sure I hustle to the score, or hustle back in the middle, and make sure I beat him in every position. So never lost to a Hawkeye. So, but Carver-Hawkeye Arena was something else, man. Loved wrestling there.
Let's go back to my favorite dual meet of all time. It will always be till the day I die, February 14th, 1998. You were a redshirt freshman going against Iowa. Dan Gable just retired. You wrestling Paul Jen.
Oh my
What do you
gosh.
what do you remember about that meet?
Yeah, man, that was an historic meet for sure. I remember Doug Schwab wrestling Eric Guerrero, and and Eric was winning. Eric was winning. I mean, he's a returning national champ. Eric was winning, and Doug Schwab is just coming up on the scene, right? Um, and Eric was winning, and slowly but surely, um, Doug got a takedown. I mean, so now I wouldn't say slowly but surely, but as the match went on, Doug started to wear Eric down, and Doug ended up winning the match by a point, and the crowd went crazy, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy! This is this is my sophomore year." I mean, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is nuts!" Like, I couldn't even hear myself think, it was so loud in there. And and right away I was like, oh my gosh, Eric lost. And I looked up to Eric. I was like, oh my gosh, Eric lost. What, man, man, because I was doing it in my head. I was doing the math in my head. I'm like, okay, if Eric loses, man, we really got to pull some matches out. So yeah, that was a memory for me that'll stick with me.